Hey everyone, this is Jason with Earl of 5 Games, and I'm here to talk about Foundry and Heroes and Hardships. Our Foundry developer James has been hard at work, and we are getting really close to having Foundry ready for available for public use. We have some people playtesting it, including myself, and I just wanted to go through kind of some things you'll see with Foundry and the things it can do, both creating your characters and running the game. So that's what I'm going to do. I have two. You can see this is two actors from my Stormbolter playtest that I'm doing, just using them for this test as well. And I have a couple bestiary items that I'm going to create for you so you can see kind of how it's done. Now we are working on a compendium, kind of. We haven't, that'll come down the road. So you'll see me create new items and add them to the actors and whatnot. So Mutant Berserker. Mutant Berserker is a minion. And you can see here is the character sheet. This is the baseline look of the character sheet. So eventually it's going to get styled for Heroes and Hardships or whatever. But right now this is what it is. So here we have a Mutant Berserker. We want to make his PL2. So everything that is based on PL will be updated. Go to main, and you can see all the attributes here. This is kind of how you create your character under the main tab. Okay, I'm just going to transfer things over from my previous build. Here we have, so if we want to update his attributes, so right there is we can do it. We can go in here and do them all as well. So if you want to come in here, that's well. So let's go into the attributes. Strength. What's his strength? 5. Agility 3. Dex is 1. Endurance is 5. Int is 1. Knowledge is 1. Senses is 3. Will is 3. No fate. So close that, and that's all updated. Okay. All right. Then if you want skills, we go down here. Okay, so skills, let me look at what his skills are. So he has 2 in axes, 2 in dodge. What else? 1 in resilience. Down here. 1 and 1. Okay, so that's done. Mental skills. Does he have any? He does. So we go into mental. And it's the ones he has are perception, reaction, courage, and fortitude. Okay. Social skills. Does he have any social skills? He does not. So I don't need to go down here and change it. So you can see all these things. This is kind of how you would upgrade or spend XP, that sort of thing. Okay. So then we go to, if you go to here, you can see the skills to roll, and you can see here. So if we do an axis roll, this is just to show you. So this dialog box pops up. You can add benefits, mods, hardships. You can set a difficulty, you can set injuries, and you can set wound hardships. Let's not worry about any of that. So he rolled. You can hear the roll. You can see that he's rolling 7 keep 5, and he got a 23. You can expand to see all the dice. Okay, that's a really bad roll. So that's Mutant Berserker for that part. So that's his attribute and skills. And then you would want to go, probably at that point, you would probably want to do abilities. So he has a couple abilities. One that's not really automatable, not really, and that's aggressive. Let's see if I have aggressive somewhere already. Let me check in here first. I do. So you could just pull it over if it's already there, and it opens it up and tells you what it is. Okay, and then display as trait, and we can If you're doing one by hand, you can do it this way. Abilities, we'll do that. So you can do that by hand to say how you want it to categorize. If it's in a compendium style, it ought to be done. And you can see here it's under abilities. And you can pop that open, and it'll tell you what it does. Okay. The next two are grit 1 and 2. So in order to create grit 1 and 2, we don't have that here, so let's just go ahead and create it. We'll name it grit 1. Since this is going to impact stats, you can make it as a modifier. You usually can if it does that directly. Here's the modifier, and this is one that's always on. Grit 1 is PL plus 1, so that's what you're going to add. This is a characteristic. The characteristic is wound level, just capitalize there. Trait and abilities. That's where it will display. Let's close that. So that's grit 1. We drag it onto the character. Close that. Come over to main. You see grit 1. Combat 23 wound level. Now, did that work? We don't. Let's find out. So we can just turn it off, just test it. Go back. Wound level is now 20, so that definitely did work. Come back again. This is on, always on. Close. Okay, so that's his ability there. Now he also has grit 2. So if I want to do something, I can just duplicate grit 1. Just do this. Make it grit 2. It's the same thing exactly grit 2 is, so bring that over. This should go up to 26. And it did. Okay. So that's the Berserker's, his characteristics, his skills, and his attributes and abilities. The next thing is equipment. So there's a couple. I'm going to do this the simple way. Actually, I'll do the full thing. Just so you can see kind of how you can do it. This is some of the stuff we're still working on, but it should be pretty well taken care of. So this guy has a battle axe. Okay. I'm just going to create it under equipment. Let's just do battle axe. I'm just going to make a folder for it, and there's a reason for that. Okay, so under that, I'm going to create an item, battle axe, and I'm just going to say container. Okay, it doesn't. I don't know how to be named for you. This is just an easy way for me to keep track of it. So you can go to equipment and then create that. Okay, so here you're going to have kind of the basic things about a battle axe. Okay, so the one thing is that it's adaptable. Adaptable. That's not how you spell adaptable, but there you go. Encumbrance. Whoa, adaptable. Adapt. Oh, quantity. Sorry, 1. So cost and encumbrance, I would set those. I don't really care what they are right now. So we can just do equipment, weapons, like that, and it'll show up in a weapons tab. Okay, so we go like this. The next thing we're going to add to be put in the container is what? So we can do equipment. That was a container, right? No, this is not. I'm sorry, this is not the container. This is the equipment. So let's just do this. Okay, so that's the battle axe. Thanks. Okay, now this. The container, we gotta come here, create a new item, container, and all right. So here we go. Battle axe, container, create. See, it looks a little different now, right? So this doesn't need to show up on the sheet if you don't want it to, this is just an easy way to pull in everything you need to. So I'll just show you right now. So this battle axe part, I can just pull it here. Okay, I'm going to leave this up over here. And then the last thing we need is the attack of a battle axe. Okay, so what kind of attack does it do? So let's get ready there. That's really just a bludgeoning attack for an axe in this system. So let's add an item. The way I'm going to name it away. So melee, battle axe, bludgeoning. Okay, we're just gonna. You can name it however you want, and I'm not sure how the compendium will be named exactly, but this is what I'm doing for now. It's an attack. You create it. Okay, this is a little different. What skill does it use? Well, it uses axes. Okay, what's the appropriate defense? Is it magic, mental, or base defense? Base defense. It's 4 damage, bludgeoning, range 0, rate of fire 0, and nothing. And here, adaptable. Okay, display as. I'm just going to leave that blank, so it's going to default to attacks. Okay, I'm going to pull that into my container, and that's really all I think I need in my container now. I'm going to pull that in here. Let's look at the equipment. So it's not under there, and did I put? So that doesn't show anything, and I said this. So equipment, weapons, okay, that might be something we need to look at. Combat, nope, and not in there. But attacks, wow, it didn't take. Let's try that again. Let's pull in the. There we go. I don't know what happened. So we pulled it in. You see that here, 4 damage, adaptable qualities. Equipment, there's the battle axe under weapons. So you can click it and it'll tell you all about it. And then combat, it's all set up. So you can click this and it'll show you more about the attack. And I'll show you more about that stuff later. This guy doesn't have any armor currently. And then I'm just going to set up a face for him. I'm not going to record myself doing that. And I will be right back for a combat test. Okay? Okay, I'm back. So see, I have 3 of these mutant berserkers. Okay, so I'm ready to go now. So I'm going to do the 2 here, Maximus and Nero, against all these berserkers. Not getting into too much how Foundry works. Specifically, I'm going to highlight them all and click this. So this is going to put them on the combat tracker. You see them all here? Okay, great. One thing to note is there is an extra skill that's not really a skill currently. It's called initiative. Okay, this allows us to use other skills for initiative, like reactions. Like, see, this is wrong, so I would need to come in here and say this is 3. You want to match it to whatever you're going to roll initiative for. So it should match his reactions roll. Okay, so let me make sure Nero is the same. I'll come in here and go down, and I go to mental skills. Whoops, you can do that here too. It's just kind of easier to see. Initiative 3, but his reaction, yeah. So it needs to be 3. So make sure that's correct. Let's do that on these guys too. Skills. Go here. Reaction is 1, so that needs to be 1. So if I had a guy with tactical advantage, and tactical advantage needed to be changed to, you needed to change your initiative to leadership and not reactions, then this is the way you would do it. You would go in and you would make this skill derive from willpower and then match it to your leadership. So I'm just going to do this so I make the base model so I don't forget to make his initiative 1. Cool. Okay, so that's all done. So just keep that in mind if you're building something from scratch. So I've got them all in the initiative tracker, so I'm going to start rolling. I can roll them all, obviously. Roll all. Okay, please take a look at this. Okay, so roll them all. Here you have 0.40, 0.29, 0.24, 0.22, 0.14. This is exactly what we want it to look like, right? 0 is your AP, 40 is your initiative, and it's sorting correctly. Okay, so everybody has 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, so Nero would be up in combat. So let's see what Nero can do. Nero is a melee, quick melee fighter here. He does have a thrown weapon, so he might try to do that. So this is a thrown attack. The range is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's at medium range right now. So he's gonna. It's quick, I believe. Ghostblade is quick. It is not quick. He cannot. So he's got to draw it first. So he's going to do something. So what would he do? Let's try a interact quickly. He's going to roll acrobatics to try to get it out in 1 AP. His acrobatics are. Let's see if that's a good idea for him. Yeah, that should be fine. He just needs to be challenging. So I click here. Whoops, we got to click him first. Yeah, let's undo that. Okay, there. And then take him up again. Okay, so acrobatics here. So we know this is a challenging roll. So you can put challenging there. He has no mods that I know of. And he's going to roll. So he's got to be challenging. If he does, he gets it out for 1 AP. Okay, so here we have the roll. Rolls 1 acrobatics, under 4 agility, so that's 5k4. Minus 20. The 20 is the challenging, so it shows you there's a remainder. That means he succeeded. I could do it the other way and just know that challenging is 20. Let's say I just did it the other way. Okay, I don't set the difficulty here. So we just know that he rolled a 28 versus a 20. So you can do it either way, right? So you just see the difference here. So he did succeed. So let's go back to the tracker. He spent 1 to get his Ghostblade out. So no, he doesn't go first. Whatever. I messed up on the order for some reason. But he would just, you're going to just add the 1. So now he's at the bottom of the order of 1.29. Okay. Maximus should have went first. That's my fault. He's going to move to get into position to attack. So he just kind of unwises 1, 2, 3. So he moves 3. He wouldn't do that. Hold on. So he's going to draw his weapon 2. He's going to draw his long. No, he has a ranged weapon. So he actually would shoot. So he has something called an electro ballista. So here I have him. I'll target this guy. Now the sheet is going to auto-calculate the range. Okay, so he is going to go to his attacks. That's this one. Boom. Okay, and nope, that's not the right one. He's got to roll it. That's this button over here. Okay. Okay, it's asking me all the things. He says he's in extreme range, so I think something's wrong. So I come back. Let's see. What's the range? You know what probably is the issue is the map. So let me fix the map. He should not be in extreme range. Extreme range would be like if let's see, how do I do that? Ruler from him to him, 20 feet. Yeah, that's not right. So it's measuring by feet, I think. Let's see. I might be able to change that with this. So grid size, width. Grid scale. So if I bring that to 1, and I just do units. Okay. Now, if you do this, he'll probably be 4 away. Nope, that didn't work. 1 second. Oh, because it didn't take units. Save changes. There we go. So now, that's right. Okay, so there we go. Now I'll target him and I'll shoot. Medium range 4. That is correct because he has a 6 range. So in between 3 and 6 is medium. So it's going to roll 2 dice. He has no other modifiers that I would add manually. We're going to roll. Okay. So let's go through it. The attack, it says what it is. It's a electricity attack. Haha. That's a storm bolter thing, a new aspect. One-handed range, electricity aspect, burning level 1. We're gonna just not worry about that right now. Range 6, damage 8. He has 4 hardships. It didn't work. For some reason, it gave me 4 hardships. It should only give me 2 hardships because we should be. Let me try that again. Let's try the whole thing again. Make sure no targeting because I changed the map. Maybe there's something wrong with that. So let's see. Target, and then he's going to roll his attack again. Medium. Range dice medium. Yeah, that one worked. Okay, so we're down here. 2 hardships. That's correct for range dice. Those are penalty dice. Torso base defense 16. Subtract that from your attack, and then so basically we have here a total of 16. So because what you do is you have the roll minus the 2 hardships and minus the base defense. Okay, so the total is 16. Okay, this is what I rolled on. So this is what I rolled. I rolled a 9, 4, 9, 19, and 3, minus a 9 and a 19, which is a 16. So I know this BAV is 16. So then I come up here and I click the damage. Okay, it says, well, what was your BSV? It's actually 0, right? So the BAV was 16. That's where I rolled. The BSV, so his base defense was 16. So 16 minus 16 is 0. So I did hit him with a 0, so I would use this. So I would roll this, and it's 8. It hit him in the torso. He has no armor, so he takes 8 damage. Okay, so now I come and look at this guy and I say, what's his wound levels and so forth? And he has a wound level of 26, injury level of 10. That is not going to hurt him. This guy's a foe, by the way, I think. But we'll treat him as a foe for now. So he does not take any injuries. What happens to Maximus? Well, he used 3 of those. So now he's down at the bottom of initiative. Okay, we'll go through this combat process a couple more times here, just so you can see, because it takes a bit to get used to. If I can stop targeting him. Stop targeting. There we go. So the next, the Berserker 3 is this guy. He's going to charge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be fine. I would let him charge through that terrain. Don't need to do that. Just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's there. He's charging Nero. And with a charge, he attacks automatically with 1 hardship. So he's going to make an attack. So let me target Nero. I go to combat with his battle axe. And so I'll click on this. Oops, I didn't target him. He should be targeted, right? Target. Equipment. I'm sorry, combat. Attack. You have the wrong, so I need to select, and there we go. Alright, there we go. So he has a hardship for the charge. Okay. So I'm going to roll this. Wounds, difficulty. Okay. So the way let's go through it. So he does have an adaptable thing too. I'm not going to worry about that because it causes a bit more math. So his base defense is 18. His roll is 27. So we have a BSV of 9. So Nero thinks he can do better than that. So while this interaction is going on, the next thing he needs to do is roll a dodge. So in combat, it's called dodge BDV. And then he is going to roll his dodge. So his BDV was 18 and he rolled a 35, so the change was plus 17. So what you would do is you come you'd add the 9 to 27, right? So here you have 36. 36 is greater than the attack, right? Which is here, the 27. So actually this attack missed because of the dodge. Let me go over that again. He attacked. Okay, he rolled a 27. That's what he rolled. BAV, base attack value. Base success value is 9 with the base defense, because you take 27 minus the base defense, which would be 9. Okay? If you take 9, and then you take the 9 and you say, okay, you're just going to get hit. So Nero decides to dodge instead, which he thinks he can do better than 18. He does dodge. He gets a 35. This says what the change is. Okay, so the change is 17. Okay, so he did 17 better than he did last time. Okay, so you add 17. Well, it actually even just says right here, new BDV, 35. You don't have to do any addition for yourself. Okay. So you see that 35 is better than 27, therefore he misses. Okay. So what do? So we have some things to do here. This mutant, he charged, so that's 5 AP. Nero dodged, that's 1 AP. So here are the new APs. Okay. So the next thing is Berserker. This Berserker, he's going to charge too. 1, 2, 3. So why wouldn't he charge, right? So he charges. Let's just do the 5 right now. Easy. He'll do the same thing. We will not target him anymore. We'll target him. We bring him up. Let's close that other guy. Close him. Come over here. Combat. He's attacking with his battle axe. He's taking 1 hardship for charging, and he is rolling. So here we have this again. So he rolled a 23. If you let it stand, the BSV is 2. So he would hit him for 2 plus whatever this is. So it's adaptable, and he's charging. So what you would do is you would have a total of 12 damage here. Because he charges, that's double. Okay, so that's 8, and then you have adaptable, which is half, so that's 4. So that would be a 14. So we look at him. He has a wound level of 19, injury. He's just going to let it hit him, let's say. He doesn't want to spend the AP. So he has been hit. So what do? Well, he takes an injury. Well, actually, we don't even know. So the first thing we got to do, let's roll this, so we just know. So, sorry, you roll this. So we roll it. We know that the BSV is going to be 2, and we're going to add the extra fiddly parts to the damage, okay? So that's another 8. So it'd be 10. Make sure you click out of the box or it won't take. And that's just a Foundry thing. But here we go. Yeah, so you see the roll here. So you see the hardship or the global modifier of 10. That's the extra damage plus the BSV. Okay, so and then it subtracts bludgeoning, right? From that, so what you have is 8 plus 4. That's 12 minus 6. I think 4 plus 10. Minus 6, sorry. So 4 plus 10, 14 minus 6 is 8. So the total is 8. So it's not an injury. We can see because it's right here, right? It's nicely just tells us. So that doesn't hurt him either. So he was wise in not dodging. Okay. So we come over here. Who's next? Well, Berserker 2. This guy. So he's not gonna charge this time. He's just gonna walk 1, 2, 3. He's gonna get on him like that, and that just costs him 3. Okay, and then add it, and who's up? Nero. And Nero drew his weapon last time. I'm not going to go too much further here. I can click on him. He's just going to attack. He's going to attack this guy that charged him. He will make an attack. So the first thing I do is make sure he's not targeted. Select him, target him, and then I will attack with his Ghost Blade that he did draw before. He's just going to try to slash him with the Ghost Blade, and so you got to click this button, and here it is. He's just going to make a normal attack, and here we go. So he's going to take a attack. What did he roll? So here we go. So he rolled a 35. This guy's defense is 16, so he's going to have a BSV of 19. Okay, so 19. So this guy is going to try to dodge. So I click on him, double click, go to combat. He's going to try to dodge, roll, and it was a lot better. So he rolled a 30 instead, so it's 30 versus 35. Okay. So it's a 5 difference, so he would hit it for 5. So I go back to this damage here. I click this. This guy's he's untrained with this. I don't think that's correct, but so we put 5 in here. Okay, click off here. Boom. So he does 8 damage. So 3 plus 8. He has no armor, so he does 8 damage, and that's not enough to hurt him. So that's kind of the way it works. There's going to be some minor changes, but yeah, as really the way it is kind of the way you just go step by step, and it's not hard once you understand the process of both Heroes and Hardships and Foundry. And I hope this was helpful, and I'm going to do more of these as we keep going. And yeah, thanks for watching, and happy